Hi, friends. The other day, I got a new coffee table for my office. Yeah, so I'm here in my office here at the church, and if you look right behind me, see this coffee table here, right there. So my parents were getting rid of some furniture, or yeah, we're trying to get rid of this coffee table, and I told them that I would take it. And so those of you who have been used to coming into my office will know that like I use this. So you've got two doors here, right? So there's this door which goes out to the parsonage backyard. Got our swing set and stuff back there, usually hanging out back there. And then all the way over here, there's this door. This door heads to the church. And so you will know that Amanda and I use this this passageway right here as it's almost like a hallway. We're always running in and out, and so I, not thinking anything of it, I told my parents, "Yeah, oh yeah, I will take this this coffee table right here," and I was like, I've got the perfect place for it, and I put it right here on this rug. Now, even in this video, you can sort of see it blends in. I mean, it's like the same color as the rug. And so I was kind of in a hurry, and so I just put the table down and didn't tell Amanda about it. And so she was running in and out of the church real quick the next day, and just crushed her shin right on the corner, like right there. Oh, she's got like a big gash, and it's like these huge bumps. I just feel awful. And she sent me a text that was like, "You could have told me about the coffee table." I was like, "Yeah, it blends right in. I should have done that." She sent me a text and was like, "I'm currently just like laying in agony on the couch in your office." So and since then I've put some coffee table books out. Like, hey, that might help us see this a little bit. But I felt horrible, and it did remind me. It did remind me of our scripture for this Sunday. It's the last Sunday of the Easter season. And so we're actually going to be studying the end of John 15 and the first couple of verses of John 16. So we've been bouncing around John 16 for a little bit here for the last couple of weeks. And Jesus tells his disciples, he says, "I've told you all this so that you will not fall away." And he says, "In fact, a time's coming when anyone who kills you will think that they are offering a service to God." So he's, just as he's been saying for the last few weeks in John 16, a time's coming where it's going to be hard. And so Jesus is saying, they will do these things, or he's saying, "I have told you this so that when their time comes, so that when these things happen, when these painful things happen, you will remember that I warned you about them." So I told Amanda that I had put coffee table books out. I was like, "Look, I put some coffee table books out so that you'll be able to see it now. So you'll be able to remember that the coffee table is there." And she goes, "Oh, don't worry. I'll never forget that the coffee table is there now, thanks to bumping my shin on it so hard." There's something about learning, like when we experience pain, we remember those things in a distinct way, don't we? And so there's an encouragement here for us as followers of Jesus that, and we've talked about this over the last couple of weeks, that following Jesus doesn't mean that we don't experience pain. In fact, it's the opposite. Like Jesus very clearly tells us that we will experience pain. But Jesus' promise is to turn that pain into joy. And so in the meantime, when we do experience pain, we shouldn't allow it to let us fall away from the faith. We shouldn't think of that as some kind of evidence that Jesus doesn't exist. To the contrary, we should take it as evidence that Jesus absolutely exists. He warned us that we would experience trials and pain and suffering of all sorts. That wasn't his promise. His promise was to transform it into joy. So I think that's a deeply encouraging thing for you and for me as we endure trials and sufferings of all sorts. That may those things help us remember that Jesus is who he says he is, that Jesus is alive and inviting us into a life that transforms our suffering into joy. Okay, well, we'll talk more about that this Sunday, but just wanted to share that quick reflection with you. Know that I love you and I'm praying for you, and I look forward to seeing your faces on Sunday. Take care, friends.